views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
Hola everyone, welcome to Open, the one and only show bringing the best of the Bronx, New York, and the world straight to you. I'm Rina Valentin, your host of Café con Leche every Friday. Here's what's coming up in today's show. Leading things off, we'll learn about this year's 4th annual New York City Neighborhood Library Awards and how 3 of the finalists are libraries in the Bronx. After that, we get details behind Health First Health and Wellness Expo taking place Saturday, June 17th. And then we sit down with Storks Nest coordinators and members to talk about the incentives behind their prenatal health program at Union Community Health Center. Next, we'll learn more about My True Colors, a film festival that showcases cultural diversity by highlighting work by and for LGBTQ community. Later on in the show, Bobby C brings us up to date with the latest headlines in the world of sports. And finally, our open artist spotlight this week shines on DJ Anthony Garcia, Brazilian DJ who has had his mixes played worldwide. So sit back y prepárate. All this and more is coming your way because now we are officially open. Hello and welcome to Open, everyone. I'm Rina Valentin, your host of Café con Leche for the next hour. Always inviting you to get social with us. That's right. Tweet us and follow us on Instagram at BronxNet TV and like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. And of course, don't forget while you're there, follow moi on Twitter, Instagram, Insta Stories, FB, Snapchat, LinkedIn at Rina Valentin. So, the New York City Neighborhood Library Awards recognizes and rewards the city's exceptional public libraries. And this year, 10 finalists were announced, and 3 of them are from right here, the borough of the Bronx. They are Allerton Library, Edenwald Library, and Hunts Point Library. And joining us now to share more about their participation in this year's contest, we welcome the branch manager at Allerton Library, Manuel Martinez, and library information assistant at Edenwald Library, Luis Suriel. Hello and welcome, gentlemen, and congratulations.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for having us. We're extremely thrilled to be, nominated and be a top 10 finalist. It's very rewarding, and to know that all the hard work that we provide to the community day in, day out is paying off. It's being recognized.
Can I just say it's refreshing from my side, looking at male librarians, right? Because when you think of librarians, you think of a woman with glasses, and it's like, bueno, nice, bravo.
Yes, thank you.
No, thank you. So how long have you been at Allerton?
So I've been at Allerton for 3 years now, but I've been with the New York Public Library for a total of 13 years. So since a teenager, I've been in the library system. Love it, will not change it for the world. Love my job, love what I do. Being able to, provide to a community that I was actually born and raised in, it's a thrill. Can't change it for the world.
That's wonderful. I hear you. It's nice to give it back and pay it forward, right?
Yes,
within your immediate environment.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
So, how did you get into this field?
So like Manuel, I've been with the library since I was 14. So it's going good a while going with the library. It's like I've grown up with the library. But even before that, like as a child, I used to come to the library. I used to be very involved in the summer reading program and used to come in with my sister, borrow books, come in. It's been with me my entire life, and to still be involved, still be a part of it, it feels great.
Un poco nerviosa. So Manuel, I got you. So just what stands out about your libraries that put you in this position to be one of the final, what are the final honorees, right?
Yes, top 10 finalists.
Top 10 finalists.
So what I would say puts us out there is that we really won, you know, when we first got established 3 years ago, my team at the Allerton Library, we really went out and connected with the community. We found out what the community's needs were, and we kind of went back, brainstormed, and created programming around it, tailored our collection to fit the community's needs, and just really partnered up with community-based organizations and to provide more for them.
So just give me an idea of what some of that programming looks like.
So we host summer, well, now it's around the time where we're doing summer reading kickoff parties, where we kind of partner up with other organizations within the community. We usually, like last year, we did a block party for the children, you know, for the teens, for the community, to give back in a way of showing to give back. We had performers come in. We provided resources that the community was unaware of, and just so much more. We offer computer classes. We offer English classes to sort of help boost that, and we saw that there was a need with the immigrant population, so we provided citizenship information sessions, things of that nature, and so much more. We're really looking to do more with the money that's awarded to us and being the top finalists.
Right, so the way it works is that being one of the top 10 finalists, you've already been honored or allocated a certain grant of some sort, right?
Yes.
So how much was given to each library?
So for being top 10 finalists, according to what I was told, it's $10,000.
$10,000 each, right?
Yes,
Each library
yes.
that's been acknowledged as one of the top 10, and then it ends up what, like 5? You said.
So from those 10 finalists, 5 come out to win the grand prize, which is $20,000.
So 5 libraries have the chance of walking away with $30,000.
$20,000.
Well, it would be 30 if they won 10 if they were in the 10 finalists.
No,
so it would be an additional 10.
Sorry, yeah, it would be
additional.
All right,
correct.
just making sure. So what would that money do for the library?
Well, for us, for example, we're always looking into adding more programming to us. You know, we serve a diverse group of individuals, from seniors to children. We have workshops, financial literacy, healthy eating workshops, many variety of things. And to be able to just bring it to them with more frequency, it would be huge for us, you know.
It's lovely. It's lovely that you know, it's a safe place, right? Obviously, to gain access to all kinds of information. And so, before we go, do you have any last words for anybody who's interested in visiting your programs? Allerton, Edenwald?
So I would say, you know, all libraries are for all New Yorkers. All New Yorkers are welcome, and I would strongly encourage not only Bronxites, but all New Yorkers to visit a New York Public Library, whether it's my location or another one. Visit a library, go out, find the resources that maybe you're looking for, and to know that this year for the Neighborhood Awards, there was a record-breaking 24,000 nominations. So it's an honor just to know that that we made it to the top 10.
Wonderful.
And we look forward to doing so much more for the community.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank
you
you.
again.
Thank you.
And
Much
congratulations
appreciated.
to
Thank you.
Allerton Library, Edenwald Library, and Hunts Point Library. Those are our libraries here in the Bronx. They were all one of the top 10 finalists. And once again, you guys, for more information on the New York City Neighborhood Library Awards, you can visit nyclibraryawards.com. You can nominate your library next time. Okay, so we have to take a quick break, but we'll have more open right after this.
Hi, I'm David Lesh, legal correspondent to the morning show Open. If you have a legal question that you'd like me to answer, please send me an email at davidlesh@bronxnet.org, and I will address it on our Ask Your Lawyer segment.
Hi, this is Jeff Fox for 107.5 WBLS, and when I get off the radio, I check out my man, the Dr. Bob Lee. It's Open on BronxNet. I never miss it.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Yeah, I do. Hello and welcome back to Open. And, we're always inviting you to get social with us. I was already getting social on Sat, but we want to hear from you. So you can tweet us at BronxNet TV and tweet me at Rena Valentine while you're there. So on Saturday, June 17th, Health First is going to launch their annual Health and Wellness Expo promoting community wellness in the Bronx. And the day will be filled with helpful and informative activities, health screenings, and more. So joining us now to share more, we welcome the Vice President of Community Engagement at Health First, George Hulse. Hello and welcome.
Rena, what a pleasure to be here.
Well,
most certainly my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here with us. And we kind of got a jump start before the cameras went on. And so you guys caught us in the middle of our conversation regarding the Health and Wellness Expo. So let's talk about this year's Health and Wellness Expo.
It's a great event. We do it at Claremont Housing. We, in partnership with Bronx Lebanon Hospital and the community residents, have made Claremont Housing our healthy village. And we are determined to make that complex of 17,500 people a healthy village. We're working on health with respect to clinical health. We're working with health literacy. We're working with financial health. We're working on domestic violence. We're doing all of those population health things that can make that into a healthier community. And we centered around our Health and Wellness Expo. And so tomorrow morning at the Charles Drew School on 3rd Avenue, and 169th Street, we will have a free breakfast for the entire community. Governor Patterson will be our keynote speaker. Nice. The doors will open at 8. The program will start at 9. It'll be over about 11:30. And our Deputy Borough President and the Public Advocate, Tish James, and others will stop through. So it's really a chance to listen to the governor talk about health, and then we'll have a panel discussion with 5 clinicians, and they'll talk about health outcomes and how we can make that community healthier.
So just in general, right, as a health company, I noticed that the initiative is geared more towards prevention. And so is there a particular theme surrounding this year's Health and Wellness Expo?
Yeah, that's a great question. The theme this year is 5 minutes every morning of exercise. So I'm going to exercise every morning 5 minutes to improve my health. You know, clinicians are going to tell you to exercise 30 minutes. We're going to say 5 minutes, but it has to be 5 minutes in the morning at the exact same time. So as soon as you wake up, the first thing you do is 5 minutes of exercise. We're not trying to change your actions. We're trying to change your attitude. And we think if we can change your attitude about health, you will change your actions. Then you will go to 10 minutes. Then you will, instead of having that sweet drink, you'll say, that 5 minutes was a long time yesterday. I think I'll have a little water this morning. So we're trying to change actions. And then after that, in the Gouverneur Park, which is at 170th and 3rd Avenue, we're going to have a huge place where we'll have rock climbing, we'll have free massage for the ladies, we'll have over 80 screeners, including a cardiologist, and all of these will be free, there'll be entertainment, and it'll be all day from 11 to 6. So it's a full day from 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock the breakfast starts, till 6 o'clock at night.
This is wonderful, and just recapping on everything that you shared right now, it's because some people they kind of get, I guess, discouraged when they hear it's like health related, but it's like, you know, the healthy doesn't have to be like clinical. It could be fun, and that's the idea. It's
that's exactly what it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Even the breakfast, it's a full breakfast. I mean, you know, the governor's going to be there. He'll be taking pictures with people. It'll be, for people in the community, it'll probably be their only chance in their whole life to take a picture with an ex-governor. But the whole day is fun. You know, we've got clowns for the children, and we just want everyone to come out. And really, you know, we're going to give T-shirts away to those who sign a pledge. If you sign a pledge that you're going to exercise every morning for 5 minutes for the next 90 days, you will sign a pledge and you'll get a free T-shirt. 5 minutes is a long time if you never exercise.
Well, the idea really is that you're moving your body because as you age, the body needs assistance and you have to pay attention to it.
Yeah, as I get older, when I get older, I'll be more conscious of that. You know, and now, as I'm a teenager, I'm not really looking at it
Oh,
yet.
I love him.
But I'm sure one day it's going to apply to me also. You know, and we do these things because we're a different sort of a health plan. We're a not-for-profit. We're actually owned by Montefiore. We're owned by Bronx Lebanon. We're owned by St. Barnabas. We're owned by Lincoln. We're owned by Jacobi. Those hospitals actually started Health First. So those are the owners of Health First. So we are actually the Bronx's, 1 out of every 7 people who live in the Bronx is a member of Health First. So we've got a special responsibility to the people of the Bronx. And we want everyone to come out tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, join the governor, and join us for free breakfast at the Charles Drew School at 169th Street and 3rd Avenue.
Thank you so much, George. That was so wonderfully said. And I so dig you. You know, I'm in denial the same way as you are. Forever young.
Forever young. I like that. Forever young, Health First.
Forever young, health first. Okay, that's a tag. We got to talk about that off air now. No, it's just wonderful. The idea is that it's a state of mind and it's a state of consciousness, and we appreciate it.
That's exactly what it is.
Yes, and it's all for the community. It's for you guys, and it's a free. So I don't see why you wouldn't go and check it out and go meet the governor. All right, so don't forget, Health First Health and Wellness Expo is taking place this Saturday, June 17th, from 11 to 6 p.m. at Governor Playground, located on 3rd Avenue at East 170th Street in the Bronx. And if you want more information, you can visit healthfirst.org. Okay, we have to take a quick break, but we'll be back with more Open when we return.
Presenting the first MC, the 21st century Vitruvian man with the message, Grandmaster Melly.
You gotta learn your body, pace yourself, and have fun. So let's go have fun. Let's go do it. You see, the tricky thing about shoulders, your shoulders is a 3-tier muscle. You have your front delts, you have your rear delts, and you have your mid delts. So when you're working out your shoulders properly, you have to do 3 different exercises.
It's wonderful being able to compete with a lot of these young guys from all over the world. It's important to stay in shape.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday. And I love tacos.
Hello and welcome back to Open, everyone. Since 2010, Union Community Health Center has partnered with the Zeta Phi Beta sorority and the March of Dimes to create a prenatal education sessions called Storks Nest program. Prenatal care can significantly help women have stronger, healthier babies, especially when both parents are involved in the process. So joining us now to share more, we welcome the Chief Operations and Nursing Officer at UCHC, Nancy Spellman, Storks Nest Program Coordinator, Lillian Payet Castro, and Chapter President, Veronica Strauss-Malone. Hello and welcome, ladies.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
So I love the title Storks Nest, right? And I love the whole concept. I was a first mom about 8 years ago. I'm still going through it. And no, but the truth is I'm only bringing that up because when you don't have people around you teaching you about it, it's really, really, really a treasure to have programs like this. And so let's talk a little bit about what inspired it first. Okay. So this would come from Zeta, right? Zeta Phi Beta.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we are members of Kappa Epsilon Zeta chapter, which is the Bronx graduate chapter.
Right.
And the March of Dimes has had a partnership with our organization for about 45 years now. And so we have Storks Nest programs throughout the United States. And Lillian thought it would be an excellent idea for the chapter to investigate having our own Storks Nest and did the research. And so here it is. 7 years later, we've run a successful Storks Nest. And I'll let Lillian tell you a little more about our program.
Okay. Lillian?
So starting the program, I was actually pregnant myself, which was more of the driving force behind it. I'm fortunate enough to have a spouse that's supporting, but I looked at, okay, what else is out there in the community who may or may not have a support system? So again, with that being the driving force, we started the Storks Nest program at Union Community Health Center. And it's funny because there are pictures of me putting together a baby stroller for a mom who was probably 16 years old. And I'm hunched over with this big belly trying to put together an actual stroller for her. So that's been a passion of mine. So for the last 7 years, we've run this prenatal incentive-based program called the Storks Nest, which began in 1972. Not in the Bronx, but it started as far as the concept with the March of Dimes and Zeta. And it's been a labor of love between Union, Zeta, and the March of Dimes. And we've been able to reach out to the community as a support system where it expands beyond the actual end of the program. It goes beyond that, where they're on Facebook connecting with each other.
Right, it becomes like a whole group and almost like a sorority within itself.
It's like a
moms.
sorority.
Right, I like that, very nice. So let's talk a little bit about how UCHC became involved and why you chose this program.
Well, Lillian had contacted us, and then we had a few meetings, and we were very supportive of the idea because Union is a full clinic. We have OBGYN services. We have all the services that you really want a new mom to get in contact with. You want them to be able to get in contact with the WIC program, with dental services, because many of those things are so necessary for them to continue after the pregnancy, but also during the pregnancy and for their newborn child. So we have pediatric services. So when Lillian contacted us and we thought about it and we were trying to figure the best dates and the times and things like that, we had support from our OBGYN staff, which was very important because they encouraged the participation from the clients that come to our facility.
So how does the system work, right? Because people are popping up pregnant all the time. And so you have a program, and I know. So how do you choose, and how does the incentive accumulation occur? How do you even start that process? All right, I did a little research on you guys, and I love it. 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 I absolutely love it because it's like a cheerleading squad.
Yes, yes. Well, because it is a prenatal incentive-based program, simply put, we want to encourage healthy behaviors, healthy habits, so we reward them for that, hence the incentive piece comes in. So we start with 7 classes. We're giving them points for enrolling in the actual Storks Nest program. We have a big baby shower. We give them, you know, the toys, the tchotchkes, whatever. That could be an incentive in itself to actually get them to want to stay. The fact that we reach out to different community partners such as South Bronx Healthy Families, WIC, other programs that are within the community that either cater to expectant moms, we welcome them to send the moms
like
over.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's a huge component.
Yes.
I mean, I learned about that as the importance of it,
Yes.
not just like, oh, I have a choice. No, it's very important to breastfeed at least a month.
And we actually reward them. I'm not going to answer that. We actually reward them
I know
because
it should be longer.
I did it for a year with both children, and we
Blessings
encourage
to
the
you.
moms to do that.
Yeah, I know, and
It's a great
mine
weight
just
loss
didn't
gain.
latch on after a while. But the point is that she got the nutrients that she needed
Yes.
from the breast milk, which
Yes.
is why it's important to breastfeed. And yeah, I'm just relating as a mom how. How important these type of programs are, and how how valuable. I was saying it's a treasure, and the fact that you create incentives in where they can even prepare the arrival, prepare for
Yes.
the arrival.
Right.
Because
Yes.
I also read that some of the gifts that they can obtain through the points that they earn are
Yes.
like carriages
Right.
and baby
Absolutely.
clothes and things of that
Absolutely.
nature that
Pampers.
and Pampers,
Yes.
which is
Bottles.
probably the most
Yes.
valuable
Yes.
stock.
But
in
it's
the
the,
whole
it's the
process.
simple things that the moms may or may not take advantage of. We actually reward them for that by giving them the points. So when they shop in the Nest for all of these things, they look back at saying, wait a minute, so I got points for going to parenting classes, I got points for getting my GED, for getting a diploma, for actually taking college classes. We reward them for all of that, and again, they get to shop in the Nest for the free items.
No, we could be here all day. They're wrapping us up.
I'm
But I
sorry.
think what you guys are doing, you ladies are doing, is wonderful. And I acknowledge you as a mom. And I hope you ladies out there who are listening to this take advantage of these programs. Before we go, is there a website? Because I have a phone number to give everybody, but is there a website they can go to review the Storks Nest program?
Yes, so they can visit our chapter website, which is kappaepsilonzeta.org.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Union Community Health Center, thank you for the work that you're doing here in
Thank
the
you.
Bronx.
We appreciate it.
All right, once again, you guys, for more information on Storks Nest program, you can call 718-960-3206. Take advantage of it. It's a wonderful, wonderful concept. All right, we have to take a quick break, but stay tuned. There's more Open coming up next.
And I can't change, even if I try, even if I wanted to. My love, my love, my love, she keeps me warm. 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 She keeps me warm.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund Reading.
No.
Let me try. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out words.
Playing world music.
What?
I give up.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Hello and welcome back to Open, everyone. My True Colors Festival. Yes, it highlights work by and for LGBTQ individuals and persons of color during the month of June in conjunction with the National Pride Month and the American Black Film Festival. And the festival, aims to fight for social justice and share cultural diversity through the arts. And well, here now we have filmmaker Jack Harris, right?
Garris.
Garris.
Yes.
Garris. Jack Garris.
Got it.
Got it. Welcome, Jack,
Hi, Rena.
I know that you're here as a filmmaker.
Yes.
But before we talk about your film,
sure.
Can you share a little insight about My True Colors Festival?
Sure. Well, I know that it's in its third year, and it is an arts multidisciplinary festival. You know, has like dance and lots of art involved, not just film. And it's going to be in Brooklyn. It's this weekend. And our film, Free CC, is going to be screening on Sunday at 6.
So I noticed that they acknowledge LGBTQIA. We said LGBTQ because it's interesting. And so what would the I and the A?
Okay, well, I used to work for a show called In the Life, so I
Right.
know about what we used to call affectionately the eye chart.
Okay, okay. Educate us, please.
Lesbian,
Right,
gay,
right.
bisexual, trans.
Right.
And then Q would be queer.
Right.
Because some people do not identify with the aforementioned. And I would be intersex. And A are for people who identify as asexual.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. So it's
the colors of the rainbow.
It is the colors of the rainbow, yes. And let's talk a little bit about the colors of the rainbow and how you've played a really big role in capturing it and documenting certain scenarios, shedding light on matters, because I read that about you.
Oh, thank you.
So let's talk about CC. What is it? Freeing CC?
Free CC,
Free
yes.
CC. And Laverne Cox is the
Yes.
executive producer.
Yes, she's wonderful. We were very lucky to have Laverne Cox involved with this project. I was a showrunner for In the Life, which was on public televisions. And it started out, it was going to be a segment first. And Laverne wanted to do a segment on how trans women of color are victimized in the streets just for walking and being who they are, presenting as they see their authentic, true selves. And I wanted to help Laverne with that. And so we started to create a story that was going to air on the show. And the show ended up going off air, unfortunately. And I just came to Laverne afterwards and I said, I would love to make this a feature film. And I went all in, I raised money for it. And I took Laverne out to St. Cloud, Minnesota, and we visited Cece while she was incarcerated, because this is the story of Cece McDonald.
Let's share with our viewers the story of Cece
Well,
and how
Cece-
she ended up incarcerated.
Sure. I mean, Laverne and I were very aware of Cece's story. It was Cece was with a group of her friends walking just outside of a bar, June 5th, 2011. So this happened a while back. And there were a group of people outside the bar, and they were shouting racial epithets and transphobic statements at her and her friends, who were gender nonconforming, queer, black youth. And they basically just came over to the group and said, listen, we have the right to walk the streets just like anybody else. And they, stood their ground, and a fight ensued. A woman on the other side of the bar group smashed a glass tumbler into Cece's face, and that's when the fight really it turned into a melee. And Cece was trying to get away and get away from the fight and walk away, but she was pursued by one of her attackers, and he ended up getting killed, getting stabbed, as she defended herself.
Right.
And she was, of course, denied a self-defense claim. And so the film that I made with Laverne is that we basically went into the prison, talked to Cece, and we wanted to find out from her voice what happened that night, from her own words. And so we started with that interview. And Laverne just really rose up to, champion this film and get it out there in festivals like this Sunday, My True Colors.
Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
Just because, it's really challenging to take in the fact that someone was pushed into a corner to have to defend themselves, and not to justify the actions taken, but when you're pushed in a corner, you do whatever's necessary to survive, right?
Right, and it's something that I hope that I never have to do.
Right.
I mean,
We all do,
And
yeah.
exactly, it's something that you would hope that the system would be there to support you, and the system wasn't there for Cece. The system didn't see Cece as a victim defending her life.
So when she was incarcerated, where was she incarcerated with men or women?
She was put in a men's prison because that's what they do with trans women who have not had, sexual reassignment surgery.
Wow.
So, we got to meet her while she was incarcerated. We did the interview. And then when she came out, we just really wanted to see, what was it going to be like for her. And she evolved as this advocate of prison abolition.
Nice.
Which is a pretty intense subject.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I'm very fascinated by the story. And thank you for sharing. And thank you for documenting it. And please, let's just share with everyone where they can see it.
They can see it this Sunday at My True Colors Festival. And it's going to be at 30 John Street at the IFP Made in New York building. And that starts at 6 o'clock this Sunday.
All right. Thank you once again, Jack.
Thank you.
Karis.
Thanks.
For more on My True Colors Festival and a full list of all their events, be sure to visit mytruecolorsfestival.com. Okay, we're taking a quick break, but don't go anywhere. Bobby C's Weekly Sports Roundup is coming up next.
Even if I try.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. Your whole world changes in an instant. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke. I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Protect the ones you love. Spot a stroke fast.
Baseball has always been a game of numbers. 3 days, 40 rounds, 1,215 selections. The 2017 Major League Baseball draft is now complete. Let's take a look.
I tell you what, man, it's so crazy to be here. Like, it's funny to see how your career kind of changes a little bit. I even think back when I was drafted, like, we just got a phone call. Like, it was when dial-up internet was really starting to get going. Yeah, exactly.
97, we were on dial-up internet, and that's how we were following it. I was actually in a pre-calculus class, taking my exam for the year. We had 1 week left of school, and the principal called me out. I went. My mom was on the phone, told me the Twins had drafted me 9th overall. I was excited, obviously, but then I went back and finished the exam. So times have definitely changed.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, this is like a production. So it's even like talking to different guys. It's like, this is not just for football. It's not just for basketball. Like, baseball's really making a splash and giving people the opportunity to watch.
The MLB Draft has changed considerably, and it's nice that they're shedding some light on it and make you realize how difficult it really is. There may be 30 or 40 picks for a team, and that's a lot to get through to actually make a splash in the big leagues.
Oh, man, first of all, for these young men, it's a blessing. They're blessed with the talent to play this game. God gave them a tool, and, they're using it very well.
I'll tell players, listen, you guys have talent. We have to develop you, but you also have to you're responsible for your own development.
These kids are going to get the opportunity of their lifetime to showboat and get picked, and I'm excited for them because you like to see new talent. On my plate, anybody named Ruth, Garrick, or Mantle, I'm taking them right off the get-go.
Austin, if you could just talk about being out and representing the Cincinnati Reds here at the Major League Baseball Draft, a lot of dreams will be coming true today.
Yeah, it's a fun time for everybody, and especially these guys who are going to get picked, and it's kind of fun to see, looking back now, see them getting ready to get started on the journey to hopefully the big leagues.
Putting on that jersey for the first time lived up to the expectation, the dream that you had in mind?
Yes, I mean, this is a great ball club to be a part of, the Cincinnati Reds, and a great fan base, and just, a historic ballpark and environment in general, so it's going to be awesome. I'm excited.
Feel a little bit longer because you were so excited to have your name said, for the draft?
It felt a little long, but, I had confidence in the player that I am, and I believe the team saw that as well. So, like I said, this is experience I wanted to have with my family. I knew that I was going to come here no matter what the situation was, and I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I had that experience.
Among the highlights Monday night at the MLB studios in Secaucus, New Jersey, Prep shortstop Royce Lewis went to Minnesota first overall, while Sports Illustrated cover boy Hunter Green, a two-way star who you saw who plays both short and pitches, went second to Cincinnati. Green, another high school star, was drafted to become the game's next great hurler. Meanwhile, the Yankees grabbed South Carolina pitcher Clark Schmidt at number 16 in the first round. They hope he can be a great pitcher in the majors. The same hopes the Mets have for their first rounder. They took Oregon lefty David Peterson at number 20. Schmidt just had Tommy John surgery in May, but experts believe he will recover and was more talented than pick number 16. As for the 6'4", 240-pound Peterson, he went 11-4 with a 2.51 ERA this season and finished second in the nation with 140 strikeouts and 100.1 innings. He walked just 15 batters. He adds to the Mets' pitching-rich pipeline. The Amazons could use Peterson right about now, actually. The club has been plagued by injuries. We will start with the good, though. Wednesday night, the Mets rallied past the defending champion Chicago Cubs 9-4, doing so in the 8th inning behind Curtis Granderson's 300th career home run. Juan Lagares also had a key triple in the comeback. We go inside the locker room for more.
Really cool to, one, be in a situation that give our team an opportunity to win, but gotta give credit to all the coaches I've had, and Kevin Long and Six that are here right now that have just continued to work with me, stay confident. This team continued to battle, give us an opportunity to win tonight, and our pitching staff. Once Harvey went out, everybody piling in and doing what they could to keep us in the ball game, and due to with the big home run, that give us a little more insurance at the end. Definitely a big thing for us.
You feel a little bad, for those guys, but I hope they feel good. We have to stay in the game, because it's a long game. That happened early, we got a long game to go, so we have to stay in the game, and I think we will do a very good job.
The Mets took 2 of 3 from the Cubs heading into Thursday night, where the club had been winners of 5 of 6. The news before the game wasn't very good on the injury front, though. Starter Matt Harvey, who pitched Wednesday night, has a bum shoulder, while second baseman Neil Walker partially tore his hamstring in the come-from-behind victory. The two have been placed on the disabled list. To make matters worse, staff ace Noah Syndergaard, out indefinitely since April 30th with a strained lat, is still at least 4 weeks away from being able to throw again. Despite those injuries, we caught up with the Mets before the game Thursday night to ask about how they are keeping upbeat in the locker room. Here's more. You think you guys have been really impressed by what you've been able to do? I mean, I know the record's not where you would want it to be, but all things considered, with everything that's gone on, how well this team has played, especially lately?
I don't think it surprises anybody. I think we have a lot of injuries, which is, you don't hope for those kind of things, but I think our whole roster is stacked, and I think we can just keep putting together good at-bats and good pitching. Obviously, our pitching is always going to be there. So, just got to keep working, playing as a team, and, hopefully good things come.
What do you think makes Washington so good this year?
I think it's a lot of things. I think it's their starting pitching, the depth in their lineup. They got speed, they got power, consistent bats. So that's what makes them a complete team, and they execute. So I think, it's going to be a good series, and we're excited to go up against them.
I'm sure the fans of the Bronx happy to see that you're getting a lot of playing time, and Terry's moving you around and all over the infield and getting a chance to bat fifth again tonight. Just how your season is coming together for you?
I have some ups and downs. It's definitely a different year for me, trying to learn how to play off the bench and stay ready. But it's a learning experience, and I'm trying to stay positive, and now I'm getting some opportunities here. So I just want to, keep putting together some good at-bats and play some good defense, and, whatever I can do to help the team win, that's my goal.
Bronx native T.J. Rivera, who had 2 hits Thursday night in what turned out to be an 8-3 defeat to the first-place Washington Nationals, will likely get the bulk of the playing time with Walker's sideline. The Mets just can't stay healthy. Lagares left Thursday's game with a fractured joint in his left thumb after trying to make a diving catch, with Walker joining middle infield partner Asdrubal Cabrera on the DL. The Mets' current plan is to play Jose Reyes at short, Rivera at second. Wilmer Flores will play third base. The Mets have also been cautious with outfielder Michael Conforto and his all-star caliber season. He's been dealing with some back discomfort of late. The Amazons will need Conforto and Yoenis Cespedes right in order to stay in the thick of things. They continue their series with Washington this weekend in Flushing. Tickets are still available for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Check out Mets.com for more. The injury bug has also all of a sudden hit the first-place Yankees, too. Left-hander CC Sabathia was placed on the 10-day disabled list with a left hamstring strain, and first baseman Greg Bird, dealing with a bum right ankle, was pulled back from his rehab assignment. Bronx Bomber catcher Gary Sanchez also exited Thursday night's game in Oakland with a tight groin. Sabathia has really turned his career around this season and will be missed in his absence. A back-and-forth affair at the Coliseum went in favor of the A's, who staved off the Yankees with a walk-off 2-run single from Chris Davis in the 10th inning to claim an 8-7 series opening victory. The Pinstripers opened their West Coast swing in the win column Monday night against Anaheim, but then dropped 2 straight before another close loss Thursday night in Oakland. Yanks have dropped 3 in a row. They finish off the West Coast trip with 3 more in Oakland this weekend. The Yanks then return to the Bronx Tuesday to face the LA Angels. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. Tap Right, written by Jose Ortiz, on Saturday won the Belmont Stakes, the 3rd contest in horse racing's Triple Crown. Undefeated boxer Floyd Mayweather and 2-weight UFC world champion Conor McGregor have agreed to a boxing match on August 26th in Las Vegas. It's official. The fight is expected to become the highest grossing event in the history of either sport. The fight was confirmed on Wednesday evening, with McGregor tweeting "The fight is on" moments before Mayweather posted a short promotional video to his Instagram page along with the caption, "It's official." Old news here, we called it on Sports NYC and actually featured the prospects with our friends at the Morris Park Boxing Club. As we get closer, I'll give you my pick for the fight. From the NBA hardwood, the Golden State Warriors did indeed make it 2 out of 3. And yes, Kevin Durant is your finals MVP. The Warriors topped last year's champs Cleveland and LeBron James 129-120 in Game 5 to seal it Monday night. The Warriors celebrated this week with a parade where Draymond Green poked some fun at the Cavs with his Quickie t-shirt. Green making light of the Warriors taking the series in 5 games. It took 6 games for the Penguins to win the Stanley Cup Finals, and they did it in grand fashion Sunday night in a 2-0 shutout of Nashville. Center Sidney Crosby won the Conn Smythe Trophy for the 2nd straight season. The 29-year-old Crosby had 27 points, 8 goals, 19 assists in 24 Stanley Cup playoff games, including 7 points, 1 goal, 6 assists during the Cup final. In my assessment, he is the best player we have seen in the NHL since Wayne Gretzky. No surprise that the Pens are back-to-back Cup champions. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for some more kudos for Yankee rookie Aaron Judge. The Bronx Bomber rookie phenom is now leading the American League in the Triple Crown categories: home runs, RBIs, and average. Judge could become the 2nd player in Major League Baseball history to win a single-season home run crown as a rookie, joining Mark McGwire, who belted 49 dingers in 1987. No rookie has ever achieved the Triple Crown. I think it's safe to say he will likely win the Rookie of the Year, but he could also be the most valuable player in the American League. Only 3 players in MLB history have slashed 300, 400, 600 or better as rookies. The first to do so was George Watkins in 1930. The second was a guy named Ted Williams, and in his rookie season with the Boston Red Sox, he belted 31 homers and a league-leading 145 RBI, finishing 4th in American League Most Valuable Player voting. If memory serves, the splendid Splinter would go on to have a pretty good Hall of Fame career. Another 63 years passed before a 3rd player joined the club. In 2001, Albert Pujols cruised to the NL Rookie of the Year award by slashing .329, .403, .610 with 37 homers and 130 RBI. He'd finish in the top 3 in National League MVP voting in 8 of the next 9 years, adding 3 of those trophies to his mantle. All of these stats could mean nothing, but I'd like to believe otherwise. Judge is in special company, and he could be heading for perhaps the most special of seasons. An MVP, a Rookie of the Year, and possibly a Triple Crown. Oh boy. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C.
Hello and welcome back to Open, everyone. It's now time for this week's Open Artist Spotlight.
The Open Artist Spotlight is made possible in part with public funds from the Bronx Council on the Arts through the New York State Council on the Arts Decentralization Program.
This week's Spotlight shines on one of the top 100 DJs in Brazil. Yeah, and he's here. His mixes are played not only throughout Brazilian nightclubs, but worldwide from the country's #1 radio stations. And his first album is set to be released late next month, and he's going to perform for us now. You know, give us a little taste of some party flavor. Please welcome to our Open Artist stage, DJ Anthony Garcia.
Body mover with a samba shot. Dance the beat. I make you real hot. I make your body mover with a samba shot. Hold your shot. I got you on lock. I'm digging samba with that little hip hop. Hold your shot. I got you on lock. I'm digging samba with that little hip hop. Hit the block. Time to just rock. Africa, Bambada gonna hit the right spot. Hit the block. Time to just rock. Africa, Bambada gonna hit the right spot. Here's the tremble, here's the earthquake, shaking up Brazil and the whole universe. Here's the tremble, here's the earthquake, shaking up Brazil and the whole universe. Diggy dang, a diggy dang day. A one step, two step, you got to just swing. Diggy dang, a diggy dang dang. A one step, two step, you got to just swing. Danga doom, a danga ding ding. Keep the body moving to the Brazilian swing. Danga ding, a danga ding ding. Keep the body moving to the Brazilian swing.
was a nice, smooth little samba. DJ Anthony Garcia. I said it right? It has like a little samba.
Yeah,
samba
you're right.
flavor, right?
Yeah, samba.
Yes,
Samba,
yes.
yeah.
Yes, so, well, tell us what makes your style of DJing so unique.
Oh, you know, I'm DJ about 25 years, so I learn a lot, and now I had the project of mix Brazilian flavor with hip hop and house and all kind of beats, you know, bring the Brazilian flavor actual again, not only the bossa nova and that stuff's in the 60s and 70s, but bring again for today.
So basically you're fusing
Yeah.
the music, right? But you're keeping the essence of your roots.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
everything that you're doing.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
hot. That's hot. That's hot.
The roots is the truth. That is we're talking about. Keeping real, you know? Because
Right.
nowadays everything is so superficial.
Right.
And the roots is the key.
Right.
I
So
think.
I know I got it. I could feel it, right? Because I felt like I was in Brazil,
Yeah.
but I felt like I was at a lounge at the same time.
Yeah.
I would totally rock to this. And so, let's talk about a little bit about your travels. I mean, you've traveled extensively.
Yeah.
Come on. So let's share with everybody where
Yo,
you've
my
gone
wife,
and when.
my wife. I think my wife is fine in Brazil because I'm here in US about 1 month.
Right. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I started in New Orleans playing in some Brilliant parties, and then I came to New York, and I went to DC, and I here today in New York, and I live in next week I go back to Brazil.
Right, so that's this trip, right? But you did London, and you can tell
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
DJ, right? He's over here. We're talking, and he's fidgeting and fidgeting. He's like,
no.
oh, I'm like, what is he fixing over here? He doesn't have the headphone.
Yeah, no.
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 I know. 25 years, I
Yeah,
would imagine. Yeah.
I'm not Paris Hilton. Yeah, I'm truly DJ.
Yeah, no, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. Thank you for coming and stopping by here.
It's a dream come true to me, you know. As I said, 25 years, it's sometimes a little boring, but now, today, it's like a dream come true. This kind of challenging, go to another country and do interviews and like that, it's pushing me to a new challenge.
Well, we love having you here. We love fusing the Brazilian style with the hip hop right here in the borough where hip hop was founded.
Yeah, that's
welcome.
right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You're in the BX, baby. All right, once again, for more DJ Anthony Garcia, you can go to djgarcia.com.br. All right, that is our show today. You can rock it out. I'm gonna work it out. That is our show today.
Let's go.
Thanks to all our guests for coming through, and to you, our viewers, for tuning in. If you missed any part of the show, you can check out the recablecast tonight and 24 hours a day at BronxNet.tv. I'm Rina Valentin, and from all of us here at Open, may the universe provide paz, prosperity, y amor. Adios. Happy Father's Day to you men out there. Mwah, enjoy. Come on.